Is that any better?
Oh, much better.
Much better. Okay. Sometimes this microphone helps, sometimes it does not. So great.
Love you.
Are we ready to begin?
We are.
Great.
Yep, stream is live.
Welcome everybody to the ADAMHS Board Nominating Committee. This is Wednesday, May 20th, and it is 12:45 and we're ready to begin. Thank you for all attending. We have just two simple, well, I shouldn't call them simple. We have two items to discuss. Do I see somebody trying to connect? Is that Polly?
That's Polly coming in right now. It almost looks like she's connecting via computer or video instead of just phone. So it says it's connecting audio right now.
Here she is.
Polly.
Hey, Polly.
Polly, can you hear us?
She's frozen.
Mike, do you want to let Julie in and be in the waiting room?
Julie is in, yes.
I'll go ahead and let her in.
What's the magic words? Hi, Julie.
Hello?
Hi. Hi, Julie.
Oh, hi.
Welcome.
Sorry.
Polly, can you hear us? Let me see if she can do audio on the phone. Mike, the phone number was in the email.
I think you texted it to me last time. I'll contact her if you guys want to start with the meeting.
Okay.
All right, let's get started. We have two items of business for the day. First being, excuse me?
Polly, can you hear us now? Go ahead, Marianne, sorry.
Fiscal year 2021 slate of officers.
I can't hear you.
Mike, you're texting her.
You're
Polly, can you hear us now? Go ahead, Marianne.
All right, slate of officers for this year. We've had a wonderful leader with Julie. She has served, my understanding is, her 2 terms. It is ineligible to return in that capacity. So, Julie, I want to thank you for your 2 terms. You've done a wonderful job. I have been so impressed, and
Thank you.
Led us quite well.
Thank you, Marianne. That's very kind of you.
I'm also under the understanding that the usual protocol is Jeff Neidig, who is vice chair, would step into this role. And I understand that he has agreed to do so. Is that correct?
That is correct.
So Jeff Neidig will become, if we so elect, our new chairman of board. And at the same time, we need then someone to replace Jeff as vice chair. Jeff actually represents Tusk County, if I'm not mistaken. So are you looking at someone, Natalie? Does she know who you're looking at?
And 1, 2, 3, put your head down.
Well, we would certainly appreciate Melanie taking over as vice chair, as she would represent Carroll County. How does that sound to you, Melanie?
I'm quite honored that the committee considered me as a candidate. Natalie and I, am I allowed to say that?
Oh yeah.
We talked about it the other day, and it's quite an honor, and I will accept the nomination.
Awesome. We appreciate that.
Thank you.
Now, we have to take a vote. Is there anything anyone wants to say?
I think we'll be in good hands.
I think it
Sure.
should be a roll call vote. All the bases.
All right, you want to take that roll call vote, or do you want me to?
I can do that if you
Okay.
want. I need a first and a second, though, for the slate of officers.
Oh, yes. Somebody want to make that motion?
I'll motion.
Thank you, Dr. Dutton.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Paul.
Okay, let's see who's here. Roll call. Paul Rossi.
Here. Or yeah.
Yes. No.
Yes.
A yes or no question, Paul. Ryan Dunn.
Yes.
Thank you. Melanie Beam.
Do I abstain here or do I?
You are welcome to vote for yourself.
Oh, well, hey, I vote for Jeff as chair, so I guess that means I'm voting for myself.
There you go.
It's a little awkward.
Julie does not vote. Marianne as chair, you do not vote. And hi, that's not an issue. Polly, if you can hear, no, okay.
Poor Polly.
Poor Polly.
So the motion carried.
Motion carried, yes.
Thank you, Paul. Okay, second on the agenda is we are going to have a board vacancy. Eric Frederickson is moving from the area. He's heading with his family to Florida on a new adventure. And as much as I'm going to miss that guy and his family, we have become friends over the year. I also welcome him into a new trip, new vacancy, a new trip for him with his family. And the community is going to miss what he has done here. So, Natalie, have you thought about this? Do you have someone in mind?
I do. When Eric and I talked about his resignation, and he was hoping to be at the meeting today, but he sent me an email saying one of his clients had to reschedule to our board meeting time, so he's not going to be able to participate today. But when he and I talked about his resignation, he did discuss some ideas with me. He was going to reach out and see if there was any level of interest, and we will begin moving forward with filling that vacancy.
Super. So no names yet.
Well, you know, because they're in recovery, I always want to get their consent before I make public that they're in recovery, even though people know they're in recovery. But
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, well, that we will follow up on.
When is Eric's resignation effective?
He was planning for this to be his last meeting. So I'm assuming within the next week. I asked him to submit me something in writing. So by June, he will.
I think his plan is to leave the area first part of June. So anyhow, that's all I have. Is there anything anybody else wants to add?
All good.
Do we have a motion to adjourn nominating committee?
I'll make that motion.
Thank you, Paul. Meeting adjourned.
Nobody hang up.